I'm working one job. I work at Chippercon Bakery in Devon, Franklin.
Nice.
So I'm just working a lot.
And
My love. welcome, good evening.
Greetings.
Welcome to Dragon Day Festival Central here at Northwind Manor. I'm Chris Wall, executive producer of the Wingfeather Saga series.
I'm Andrew Peterson, also executive producer of the Wingfeather Saga series, which sounds hilarious.
And
author of the Wingfeather Saga.
he's got the extra.
Yeah.
Get the double.
Get it.
Hey guys, welcome. Hope you guys have had a lot of fun. So we have had a few days of the Dragon Day Festival being out on various social platforms we have with Wingfeather, and we have had a lot of fun playing around with that. First off, we're here at Northwind Manor. If you haven't been here before, this is a part of the Rabbit Room. We're going to tell you more about that later. But we're sitting here in front of Tolkien's Fireplace.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
And there's no fire this evening because last time we had a fire, well, it got a little scary.
It did. That's true. When we were off camera, one of the logs rolled out onto the floor. It's pretty scary.
It's true. So we had some recipes that we got posted. But before we do that, so Dragon Day Festival.
The Dragon Day Festival. So what is the Dragon Day Festival? You may be wondering if you have not read the books. If you've read the books, you're in the know. But the Dragon Day Festival is in the opening scenes of the first book of the Wingfeather Saga. It is a day that happens every year, and I can't remember exactly what month it is. I'm really bad with the details. Like this is why we have our friend Madam Seidler to help.
That's right.
Whom you'll meet later. But sometime in the summer, when the moon rises on a certain day, the sea dragons always come to the base of these cliffs in Glipwood, and all the townspeople have for ages gone out and watched the dragons dance and sing. And it's kind of spread, and so now in Scree it's this big holiday. People will go out of their way to travel for days to come to Glipwood for the festivities. So there's games and there's music and stands of where bakers sell baked goods, and the Fangs hate it. And so we thought we would have our own Dragon Day Festival, which is pretty cool. So I wish we had an actual date, because with people celebrate Bilbo's birthday, that kind of thing.
Well, we're on Memorial Day weekend ourselves here.
This is true.
So we have a specific date.
So maybe in the future it'll be like the Thursday of Memorial Day. I'm game. If you guys are game, I'm totally fine.
Hey, so we had 3 recipes. We had blueberry gooey balls, maggot meatloaf, which, man, I hope nobody made that, and some cheesy chowder, which hopefully some people made. But we thought it'd be fun if we had some ourselves. So I don't know which ones you guys made, but tell us in the comments if you tried one of these recipes. Please don't make the maggot loaf.
Yeah, don't try the maggot.
And so Juliet, my daughter, she's here with the
Why, thank you, Juliet.
Look at this. So our friend Rachel, who is just a wonderful chef and host, made these for us. So this is the one that if you use the recipe, this is what they would have looked like.
Whoa.
Maybe not as nice. But
it's like, ooh, I thought it was going to be like, I bet it's gooey on the inside. You guys look at this. Look at that yumminess. Ooh,
yeah.
boy.
Okay.
So this is my first blueberry gooey ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Rachel.
It's a blueberry glaze.
Mm-hmm.
And this is some
like some kind of like poppy seed.
poppy seed.
Poppy seed.
That is really tasty. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, so she made this version, and then some of you may have played with the recipe a little bit, but she played with it and made an alternate version. Do we have an alternate? Mm-hmm.
This is vanilla glazed and it has blueberry in it.
Oh my
Or
goodness.
Blueberries in it.
Oh my.
Okay. Look at that.
Now this is going to be gooey.
Yeah, this looks even better.
This is the warning one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Juliet.
Oh man, thank you, Juliet.
Mm.
They're like,
Wow. This is a good start to Dragon Day Festival, Andrew. Mm-hmm.
there's actually like blueberry goo in it. Can you guys see this? Look at that.
That is so good.
This is homemade. Okay, well, see you guys. I'm gonna go take a nap here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have dinner yet, so this is like
Yeah. So we're going to have a sugar high, and
followed by a sugar low.
the rest of our time together is going to go really great. Okay. That was amazing.
So good.
If you want to try one of these, go visit Wingfeather Saga on Instagram, and you'll see the recipes. And we've got a lot of other fun things on Instagram. we invited a few of you guys to go follow us there because the Wingfeather Saga page is where we're going to do a lot of our updates about what we're up to. And we just crossed 10,000 people following us there, which is awesome. Thank you. Okay, we are here talking to you about this amazing thing that we started 14 days ago. Feels like longer.
Wait, it was really only
14 days.
Whoa.
I know. Today I said that to somebody and I was like, that can't be right.
I've refreshed my browser about 5 million times in those 14 days.
So we had this opportunity to invite you, the fans, and all that kind of fun stuff, to come and join us in making the Wingfeather Saga animated series. And so we have been, we have an investment page at angel.com/wingfeather that you can go become an owner with us in making this show. It's kind of like an ultimate fan experience, and you guys have shown up, and it's been amazing.
It really has been incredible.
And if you're just joining us tonight, and this is your first time, we had this really fun pitch video that we made, and so if you go to angel.com/wingfeather, you can see it. But we're going to show this little pitch video because it's just worth watching. So check this out here.
Most shows portray the family as dumb, dysfunctional, or dead. But what if there was a show that hooked adults, didn't ditch the family, and both of you looked forward to watching every week? Sounds like a fantasy.
And it is. It's called The Wingfeather Saga, a best-selling fantasy book series that, with your help, will be developed into a multi-season animated series.
The Wingfeather Saga is epic like Lord of the Rings, witty like The Princess Bride, and full of truth like The Chronicles of Narnia. Most media teaches kids the only way to have an adventure is to drop the dead weight of the family and get out on their own. But that's not how real life works. Kids thrive best with support from their families, and that message permeates the entire series.
We believe that the Wingfeather Saga is going to be a huge hit for you and your family for 2 reasons. And yeah, I changed my accent. Get over it. First, since Penguin Random House acquired the book rights, sales of the Wingfeather Saga have grown by 6 times and have over 6,000 5-star reviews. Don't you wish you could have invested in Harry Potter when book sales were on the rise, but before the movies came out? And yeah, it's great for the family, but it's also just a really great story.
So if you want to help create a TV series that shows families are stronger together rather than apart, invest in the Wingfeather Saga today.
Why does this investment have so much potential? The top 10 highest grossing franchises of all time have been made for kids.
The Wingfeather Saga tackles tough topics like why do bad things happen to good people, the importance of self-sacrifice, and why did I ever let my kids watch Caillou, Canadian whiner?
Here are just some of the thousands of 5-star reviews of the Wingfeather Saga. Zoe's mom says,
each night they would beg for just one more chapter.
Betsy Strauss said,
My biggest kids, ages 10 to 21, still loved it. Peterson is a master of humour, suspense and poetry.
Phil O says,
I was not expecting an epic, humorous and heartwarming tale that enthralled both my daughter and myself.
now this isn't some amateur Kickstarter by a bunch of hipsters. We've partnered with Angel Studios, the only studio outside of Hollywood to distribute global hits like The Chosen, which raised $10 million in investments and has generated over $40 million in revenue so far. Investing in Wingfeather through the Angel Studios platform is different because audiences become owners of the show and share in the profits.
If you want to help create a show that is good for families, good to watch, and could be good for your wallet, click the link below and invest in the Wingfeather Saga today. As with any investment, you should only invest as much as you're willing to lose.
We're aiming to raise $5 million for the TV series, which will fund bringing Season 1 to life, recruiting top animation talent, growing the Wingfeather audience, and this meal. Ooh, hen meat. In order to bring Wingfeather to life, we've assembled some of the best talent in the industry. Our executive producer, Chris Wall, worked on the global hit VeggieTales for over a decade and was a producer at DreamWorks Animation. You can go now. Andrew Peterson is the other executive producer. He wrote the book, so we were like, I guess you can be involved.
The phrase family friendly usually means content that is friendly for kids and stupid for adults. But not anymore. Invest in the Wingfeather Saga today.
There once was a show of fantasy, an epic show for the family, a TV series kids enjoy that won't drive parents insane. Invest now in Wingfeather, your family will thank you forever. And the show's really clever, you can watch the short film now. Now click on the link and give some funds. Who knew investing could be such fun? We can't wait for season 1, so let's get started now. Na 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 da 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 da.
Great finish. There it is. Yeah. So much fun. And it's just a great way to kind of tell you what we're into. And so Angel Studios has this amazing vehicle that allows you guys to come buy shares in the Wingfeather Saga series. And there is 5 million shares, which sounds like a whole lot, but so far we've sold 3.6 million shares in 14 days, which is really an amazing thing. Yeah. And you guys have really shown up and really validated that you want to see this series come to life, and you're going to get to stay with us if you've jumped in there as that. So something happened today. We talked about this briefly, but we are now the #1 most crowdfunded animated kids series of all time.
Of ever.
So there are some other series that more adult focused, but in the kids space, there was another series called The Tuttle Twins, which Angel Studios was involved with, and a few months ago they set that series, having taken it from I think it was a French series that was the previous #1. So we've been kind of moving up, and today we did that, which is just amazing. So it means a lot. It's telling people, and we've been doing some interviews here and there about how much people want to see this story come to life. So tonight, these things, even though we're 14 days in, are all kind of momentum, right? It's like so the first 48 hours, if you don't know, we had $1 million in investments in 48 hours. It's just amazing. It's just right out the gate, and that momentum really carried us a long way. We're 14 days in. We're planning to go 28 days. I don't think we're going to get to go that long, because once we sell out of shares, once they're gone, and I don't have any control over that. That's the Security and Exchange Commission. So, of course, like any investment, you could lose it. We're going to do our very best with this, but if it went away, only invest what you're willing to lose. Okay, so just please be careful there. I have had people ask about, hey, I invested a little bit, but I want to invest some more and buy some more shares. Imagine just walking into a store and buying the thing and going to checkout and leaving, and then coming back to buy some more. That's what you would do. If you want to invest further, just go buy some more shares, and that's how that works. Okay, but don't feel any pressure to do that. We're so great at so thrilled with all the new people coming in that are just learning about this and being able to join us. If, however, you are sitting on the sideline and thinking about, hey, I want to invest, but I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about it. It is less than 1.4 million shares left, as we see here on screen, and that's going to go fairly quickly, particularly once we get over the $4 million mark. That's just kind of where people will start to realize that there's very few left, and it'll go quickly. If you're thinking about it, please go, because we're in the kind of stage of the campaign where we could really use more momentum. And the longer we go, the more money we're spending to advertise and tell people about what we're doing, which is advertising money rather than going into each episode. So we're currently funding, right now, we're into funding episode 5, and then of course we'll fund episode 6. And right now we've got the money, it's actually in the bank to make the first 4 episodes, but we would love to keep going. So if you're thinking about it, tonight would be a great time to do that, to jump in with us. And we've got a couple of people that have already done that, haven't we? So Alan from Nevada, $1,000. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Jamie from Maryland, $500. Coy from Washington, $150. Thank you so much. Chris from North Carolina, $1,000. Thank you for investing and believing in us. That's awesome. Catherine from Kansas, $100. And Walter from Florida, $100. Thank you so much, guys, for doing that. As we move along here, it's the best. If you're just joining us, this is part of our Dragon Day Festival, which is a part of the first book in the Wingfeather Saga. If you're not familiar, the first book is called On the Edge, The Dark Sea of Darkness. We're going to tell you more about that in a little bit. We would love to have you jumping in with us, and if we can get it right, we may get Andrew to read some of these names back in character voice. So last year, you got to read the books twice, right? So once is a read along, and then if you you've heard it,
right.
you did the audiobooks, right?
Yeah, we had. I had already read the audiobooks for books 3 and 4, but books 1 and 2 and Wingfeather Saga, Wingfeather Tales, we needed to do the audiobooks for. There was a really great guy with a big booming British accent who originally narrated books 1 and 2 back in the day, but somehow some pronunciations got lost in translation, and so it was always kind of nagging at me that I was like, oh yeah, that isn't how you say that name.
Nagging. I see what you did there.
Wow, that's funny. They were gnagging at me. He actually pronounced Nag the Nameless, Gnag the Nameless. Which, to be fair, like that's that's how we would do it. It's an easy miss. But I was very excited that we got to go back in and reread the audiobooks. So the cool thing was all of the practice of reading the books aloud on Facebook kind of like helped me zero in on a lot of the accents that I needed in the studio. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was awesome. And some of you are joining us tonight because you were part of that, and we're glad to have you. We have a lot of guests tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's part of our virtual Dragon Day. But we were going to take a minute because our Rachel, who helped make those delicious treats, if you didn't see
the blueberry gooey balls.
The blueberry gooey balls. We had these recipes. If you follow us on Instagram, you've seen these. They're delicious.
So I'll read mine. No, you read yours first, and then I'll.
Okay,
so she wrote these notes on napkins and left them on the table for us
about what these are
to explain them.
She said these are lemon poppy seed blueberry glazed, and they're rated flavor good, texture bad, they're too dry. Coffee would help, but we're out. Sorry. And these are the cleanest to eat because they're dry. And she's not wrong.
And then next to the white ones, the white glazed ones, she said plain dough, blueberry filled, plain glazed. And then the bullet points are yummiest, messiest, not purple, unfortunately, still the best.
And they were. She wasn't wrong.
Yeah,
they were fantastic.
She was right on.
Thank you, Rachel. Okay. We've got some great guests tonight. We've got a surprise reveal of the person who, some of you who've read Wingfeather Saga, in book 3, you're introduced to the librarian of Banrona. And what's that character's name?
Madam Seidler.
Madam Seidler. And so we are going to get to introduce you to Madam Seidler.
There is a real Madam Seidler.
A real one.
Yes.
And then we've got Christianity Today's Dr. Russell Moore, a good friend. And,
dear friend.
Can't wait to hear what he has to say about this. And then, if you don't know, singer-songwriter Ellie Holcomb. I don't know if I told you this, but our little Charlotte, our 9-year-old, who some of you guys met last time, has been walking around the house singing her new songs.
Oh yeah, she's great.
They're just great.
Like, if you've seen the Faithful Project show up, it's been all over. Right. Like they were on like Good Morning America, I think. But Amy Grant, Ellie Holcomb, Taylor Lynn Hart, Jess Ray, a bunch of wonderful artists are a part of this thing. So Ellie is a dear friend.
And she's going to join us here in a little bit. And then a very special surprise at the end. So please stay with us because there's some really cool stuff you don't want to miss. Okay, so we have had so much excitement. Andrew and I have been on the receiving end of just so much joy. All of you jumping in to help make the animated series come to life. Yay, that we thought we'd give back a little bit. We're so excited. So this week on social media, we had some opportunities for some giveaways. We did some trivia questions that some of you answered and had fun with a Mad Lib. So tonight we're going to tell you what the correct answers for those were, and then we're going to do a little thing to let you see. And so someone's going to win some fun stuff. We have a collector's pack here, which has all kinds of just cool little stuff. So if you already have the books, these are just a nice companion to go along with that. So that's super cool. And we're going to do some fun readings and Mad Libs. I can't wait till we get to that part. We're going to announce these winners throughout the night. We're going to kind of go through. So stay around because you don't want to miss if yours gets called. Now, if you are interested in some of the stuff we just showed you, we are here at Northwind Manor, which is a part of the Rabbit Room. We've mentioned this on previous ones, but we should say it again. So what is the Rabbit Room?
The Rabbit Room is a ministry that I am a part of here in Nashville, and our mission statement is the Rabbit Room cultivates and curates stories, music, and art to nourish Christ-centered communities for the life of the world. So that means that we are involved in a lot of book publishing and storytelling. We try to support and encourage artists. We have a conference we do every year, and this house is kind of a part of the hospitality wing of the Rabbit Room.
And the Rabbit Room Publishing, which has some amazing stuff that's all throughout, is available. You can go look at store.rabbitroom.com. We've got that up here, and it is the OG for Wingfeather Saga books 3 and 4. They were the original publisher, and so they have some really cool stuff, including some patches that if you've read
Super
book
cool
3 and 4, you know what those are. If you haven't, they're a surprise. And then some posters and bookmarks and stickers and cool stuff. I have some of those stickers on my truck, and I've been weather testing them, and they last a long time. They're really good. So anyways, Rabbit Room was super excited about us being here and about this. So they actually have a Dragon Day Festival bundle available. They have 2 different bundles. One if you don't have the books, and one if you need the books and or maybe want to give them to a friend. So if you go visit store.rabbitroom.com. Sorry, that says store.the. It's actually store.rabbitroom.com. But anyways, you will click on the Wingfeather thing, and there's a bundle. We're going to link it in the chat. So if you're on the chat in YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching this, you'll see we'll link it right there for you, and you can get the special discount on this bundle that we're offering tonight during the Dragon Day Festival. Let's do some trivia. Okay, so one of the first questions we asked was, what shape did the hotel in the map? The hotel. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. What shape is the map form for the Inkeljelly Manor lock? What shape was that?
What shape did the holes in the map
holes?
Form
Yeah, sorry.
For Inkeljelly
Google corrected. Sorry about that. Do you know the answer for this one?
Oh, I know the answer. Of course, I know the answer. Do I say it already? Mm-hmm. A W.
A W. How many of you got that right? It was a W with 4 corners. Yeah, pretty great. And that, of course, becomes more meaningful in the story as we go. Okay, so John is our guy helping us out here. We're going to spin this wheel and pick one of our people who chose the right one. Here it goes. Let's see.
Which is so cool.
We're spinning, and it is number 4. Okay, and who is number 4, John? Let's see. It is, I think, let's see. Oh, yeah, it's Michael Bergen, Michael.Bergen, .7.
Bergen or Bergen?
Bergen.
Michael Bergen.
Sorry. Michael.Bergen, number 7. You have won one of our prizes.
Hey! Congratulations, Michael Bergen.
Michael will DM you later with information on how you can get it. So, pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay, that's our first one. Also, one other bit of news that you should follow is that we've had a couple. We have our Wingfeather Saga page, but we also have this thing where we have groups. So Facebook is really fun for groups, and we have got a brand new Facebook group that we just started called the Official Wingfeather Saga Fan Group. Bum, bum, bum. There it is. So join our group. You can go find it on Facebook. This is where we're going to get to kind of share a lot of the detailed information around the TV series and what we're doing and that sort of thing. So be sure to like that. If you want to follow us, be part of that group, you can jump in and be a part of that group. You'll see some rules in there about what we do in that group and what we don't do, that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, be sure to go check that out on Facebook. Okay, it is time to invite our first guest. Now, as we hang around a library like this, even here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need a librarian.
Sometimes the librarian shows up when you don't need the librarian. And in the Great Library of Banrona, I love this story. Can I go ahead and can we go ahead and get her in here? So I want to introduce you guys to Madam Seidler, who's hey.
Oh, here is Madam
Can I
Seidler.
help you?
Oh, that's perfect. Yes. That's exactly how she would say it. I don't know why, but like, there's this. I'm one of those people who, like, when I'm in the, if I'm at the mall and I'm looking for some jeans, I just want to like browse in peace. I don't want anybody helping me because I already hate to be there, and like the helping is just not helping. And those people that show up and just say, "Can I help you? Do you want to try that on?" and they won't leave me alone. I was imagining that in the Great Library of Banrona there would be this librarian that just mysteriously appeared and said, "Can I help you?" all the time. And it was kind of a comedic device because I liked the idea of Oscar kind of getting a little bit irritated because Madam Seidler kept showing up. So hi, Madam Seidler.
Hi.
I'm going to tell a little bit about how we know each other. Is that okay?
Okay, go
Can
for
we
it.
reveal your backstory? So tell me this. How did you first encounter the Wingfeather Saga? And now, not in character, but as Laura.
What is the difference? Well, I was already familiar with your music, and a friend of mine who was working as a reading para at a middle school discovered the series, and I said, "What do you mean, young adult fantasy by my favorite songwriter, who is also already, as I know, a great storyteller through his music. So I read them and I loved them from page 1.
You're so awesome. So
all the better when I got to
met.
Berkeley and found my own library.
That's
Delightful.
amazing. Yes. I ended up, and you are a student. Did you graduate this year?
Not yet. No.
Okay, so you're still in it. So you're studying Hebrew, right?
A little sensitive.
Is that true?
Right here. Yep.
Yeah. So look at all those, the Hebrew lexicon. So you're like a language nerd.
A little bit.
Which is intimidating to know that a language nerd is reading the Wingfeather Saga. So at some point,
They hold up to scrutiny.
What's that?
They hold up to scrutiny.
Oh, thank you. So Laura ended up coming to Hutchmoot, which is a rabbit room conference that we do, and so we ended up kind of bumping into each other from time to time. And her enthusiasm for the books was so encouraging that at some point when we needed to start a website for the Wingfeather Saga, I was like, "Will you help me put this thing together?" And so you dove in. Am I getting my facts right? Kind of the timeline.
You?
I asked Madam Seidler for. And I think at the time it was just Laura, but then once you were like helping moderate the thing, you were like, I think I'm going to call myself Madam Seidler because wink, wink.
You named me, sir.
Did I really?
You named me, and it was a true name, because I do love to help. And I have been told that I'm creepy.
So Laura has been so helpful. And so here's the cool thing about it. Is that she was it became apparent to me while she was helping with the website that she was you have this incredible mind, and your mind somehow remembers things about the Wingfeather Saga that I do not. So whenever we were like, what's that?
It helps to have grown up there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, well,
and to have worked in the Banton Rona Library.
Yeah.
And so my favorite part of the story of us getting to know each other and you helping with the website is that when it came time to republish the books with Penguin Random House, it was like this real fun excuse to tighten up some loose ends, that were in the story. So like the footnotes there were date problems that you noticed, right? And you were like, there are like inconsistencies in the timeline with the footnotes and the book publishing, and there were like family tree issues. There were a few things that were like, I would never have noticed because my brain doesn't work like that. That you were like, can we fix these things? So you ended up actually reshaping the new editions of the books, and got thanked in the acknowledgments of book 4, which is amazing. And you put together the book clubs, right?
The book club kits, yes, and online discussions when we had the forum going for about 5 years, which is an absolute joy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you so much for all of your help. You guys, so Laura will show up on Facebook from time to time, and she's like, as Madam Seidler sidles in and answers like almost all the questions. I'm just amazed at how quickly you're on it to do it. So huge thank you. Thank you so much for believing in the stories and for being a part of the whole thing.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's been amazing too. She's also working with helping with the recipes that we put together. So she's helping out. There's so many ways in which Laura is this in between. As we were working on the short film, this was a regular contact. Hey Laura, I got a question about because there's some world thing I got to stitch together.
Yeah.
And
I know Andrew can't answer the question, so I'm going to email him. It's true though. Seriously, I'm like one of those people who the details don't bother me. I was telling Jamie is a details person. So when we're watching a murder mystery on TV, she was like, "Okay, pause it. Now, who is that guy again?" And in my mind, it doesn't matter. I don't really care about the details of how you solve the mystery. I just like watching the detective figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in the Wingfeather Saga, I was kind of like details, schmetails. I just want to get to the big reveals at the end of the thing. But then it makes the story so much better when there are people who are like, no, let's drill down and make sure these dates and the world holds together. So thank you. It's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks for coming on with us for a few minutes. We're so excited to introduce you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So glad you're part of the team.
All right. So we have a couple more trivia questions to pop into, and then our next guest, and we're so excited about this. But before we do that, we have a couple more people. Wow, we've had a lot more people. Holy smokes. Okay, Anthony.
Oh, goodness.
Here, I'll take one, you take the other. You get this one. Anthony from, is that Iowa? Hosted
Yeah.
days. Okay, $200. Thank you, Anthony.
Jason from Missouri invested $10,000. Thank you. Oh my goodness, amazing.
Thank you. That's amazing. Abby from South Dakota, $250.
Elizabeth from North Carolina. I almost said New Carolina. North Carolina, $100. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Nicola from Illinois, $100. Thank you.
Clarice. Wait, where are we? Oh, Terry from Florida, $150. Thank you, Terry.
Michelle from Louisiana, 100.
Clarice from North Carolina invested $500.
Thank you. David from Virginia, $200.
Johnny from Texas, $100.
Catherine from Iowa, again, $200. Thank you, Iowa.
Lana from Kentucky, $900.
Thank you, Lena. Sorry. Cody from Ohio, $250.
James from Michigan, $100. Thank you, James.
Benjamin from Florida, $100.
Darcy from Texas, $100.
Jason from Tennessee, $100.
Amazing. Darren from New Jersey, $1,003. I love that it's 1,000. You were probably helping the number get to an even number.
That's right.
I appreciate that.
Jennifer from Iowa, $100. Iowa is going strong tonight.
Yeah, man. James from Georgia, $100. Thank you, James.
Gideon from Florida, $250.
Jessica from Oklahoma, $100. Thank you.
Brian from Washington, $1,000. Thank you, Brian.
Andrea from New York, $500. Thank you, Andrea.
And Sam from Kansas, $500. And lastly,
and finally, KJ from Missouri, $1,000. Thank you, KJ.
That's awesome,
Y'all are
you guys.
amazing.
So if you've just jumped in here, we are we're selling shares in our company in the Wingfeather Saga animated series, and you get to be an owner. You're not just a fan, just reading the books or cheering us on. This is not a donation. You're actually buying shares and will be an owner with us and get to travel along. There's a limited number of these, so there's 5 million. I know it seems like a whole lot, but we've now sold 3.6 million in 14 days. And as soon as they're sold, that's it, and we're done.
They gone.
And we kind of put some milestones out there to help you know how we're going. And so we've now funded through episode 4. We're funding for episode 5. We want to do 6 episodes in season 1. That would take us through the first book in the Wingfeather Saga, which, if you're just joining in, is a fantasy book series written by Andrew Peterson here. And I'm the executive producer on the animated series. And we are so excited to be getting to work on this. And today was, for me, a big day of like budgets and schedules, like real schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're starting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a little bit
It's like you're setting up all the pins so that as soon as the thing's ready to go.
And we're funded though. So just to be clear, this is a one-way transaction. We don't really have returns per se. So when you buy shares and walk out the door, which has happened, $3.6 million. That's actually. So somebody asked this question. So is that real money? Is that pledges? That's a real, like, you bought it, you walked out the door with your share, and so we have that real money to begin work. So we are making the 4 episodes. We would very much like to make episodes 5 and 6 and complete season 1. We don't want to stop short. So if you are thinking about investing with us, please jump in. It'd be awesome to help us get through this and be finished. It's just a really amazing thing.
It is an amazing thing.
All right, we have a couple more trivia questions and some more giveaways. So let's hear. This is an interesting one. Madam Seidler actually helped on some of these. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Who wrote the seminal work on Scree's Wild and Gobblesome Creatures? Who wrote the seminal work on Scree's Wild and Gobblesome Creatures?
And the answer is?
Alistair B. Pembroke. B stands for Bobbert.
Pembroke.
Alistair Bobbert.
Okay, so we're going to spin the wheel again and see who is the one who got that correct answer. This is kind of by random. Here goes our wheel. Off we go. You want to guess the number?
7.
9. 3 is the winner. Who is 3? 3 is user bunch_of_characters. Bunch of characters.
Congratulations, bunch of characters.
You got that prize. We will DM you with prize information on that. All right, let's do one more here. Next one is, how many pages long? I don't even know how to say this name. Is Randalt?
Yeah, you got it?
Right.
Minerqua. Randalt Minerqua.
Minerqua's popular local history. I think we talked about this earlier. I have no idea where that's from. We should have asked Seidler while she was on.
I know, yeah.
Darn it. So how many pages is it? Answer is?
17. And I have no idea why. Is there a way to get Madam Seidler back on? Is it too late?
I can just text her and just say, why? Where is that?
I can't remember that happening in the story anywhere. It
Okay.
doesn't surprise me.
So let's spin the wheel here and see who our winner is this time. Here comes the wheel again. We're going to spin it, see who's going to get another one of our Wingfeather prize things. Pretty excited. And it's going to be number 8, looks like. Number 8. Congratulations. And this is Ms. March, M-I-A-S-S-S, March. Ms. March. We'll DM you again with all that information. So can we pull that? Do we have that pricing again? So we have some cool like Wingfeather merch. And if you are interested in this, if you're a winner, you're going to get it. But if you're interested, the Rabbit Room, which is store.rabbitroom.com, you can click on Wingfeather, and there's going to be a link in the comments. So if you see this, and they're discounting tonight a really cool patch or package rather that you can go grab. So look for it in the link and or in the text there or comments, and you'll get that discount. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, second
Let's
guest.
move on. We've got another guest. You want to introduce our next guest?
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to introduce one of my dear friends, Dr. Russell Moore. I met him when he was he worked at Southern Seminary, and I had a concert there, and I knew we were going to be fast friends when he bought me a Johnny Cash t-shirt. And I love this man so much, and he's been a big advocate for the Wingfeather Saga, but also just kind of the idea of good stories in general. And so I would like to invite my buddy, Mr. Russell Moore, onto the Dragon Day Festival. Where is he? Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, happy Dragon Day.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're with us.
I am too, and I am so excited about what's happening with the animated series, with Wingfeather Saga. This is just really incredible to see coming together like this.
It is crazy. It's like it's been a 6-year journey, and like a year ago, I never would have guessed that this is what we'd be doing right now. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty blown away. Blown away.
So I don't know if you remember when we first met. I can only call you Dr. Moore. I know you've told me not to, but first time we met, we were at one of Andrew's concerts, and you and your sweet wife were sitting down from Heather and I saw you, and I was like, "Oh, honey, that's Dr. Moore." And she's like, "Just be cool." I was like, "I want to go talk to him." She's like, "I'll just go to intermission." She's like, "No, honey, you'll embarrass us." I'm like, "I know, but I love Dr. Moore." I'm like, "Oh my God." So I walked up to you and I said, "Hi, I'm Chris. It's so good to meet you. Your work has been so important to us." And you were like, "Hey, are you the guy that's working on Wingfeather Saga?" And I was like,
"That's so funny."
Kind of got that
right.
but yeah.
That's so
That's
great.
right.
That's
Here
so
we
cool.
are.
I know, man. I'm so glad. So are you okay with the fact that we've already tapped you to do the voice of Oscar Enrateep? That's a joke. That's a joke.
I am in. I am ready for that.
You could do the voice of a Fang. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but we'll talk later. Mm-hmm. I'll see if you can handle it.
Well, you've got my yes for anything. So
Russell,
whatever
how
you
did
need.
you get connected? When did you start reading the series as Andrew was publishing, like some of us, or how did you get connected with it?
Yes, and we were reading them to our kids, and then our kids started reading them on their own, which is always a good sign. And what I love about Wingfeather Saga, I think maybe the most, is that it never talks down to kids. And I think that's really important. It's something that kids and parents are both able to get into and get it. And so when you see kids picking up something on their own, not because, dad's into it or mom's into it, that's really special. And when you have parents who actually like reading the books to the kids, not because they think the kids need it, but because they want to know what happens next, that's pretty cool too.
Pretty amazing.
That's so good. It's funny because I talk about this a lot in the world of television stuff, which you also got to join us on the Slugs and Bugs show, and we had so much fun with those guys. That when we make entertainment or reading, if we can aim to earn the kid audience, we've really won. That we can aspirationally aim for parents and grandparents, but kids more and more today have control over what they choose to consume. As much as we parents try to get in front of that, and if we can win them, and I think it's exactly right that what Andrew put in motion here with this story earns that. And of course, we hope to do the same thing with the animated series.
Yeah, and when you have kids who are saying, we need to know what happens next. we need to either read this or have it read to us. And now with the animated series, we want to see what happens next, which is why you really need to get that whole first season funded because we can't have a cliffhanger in there and wait for it. We need to have the whole season together.
Do you remember? When you said that, I just remember there were two things about the reading aloud when we were doing it as a family. One is that the chapters are short. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, yeah.
And two, he often would do some cliffhanger endings, in chapters, which are like, what's happening next? And the kids are like, I got to go to bed. No.
Yeah. So I would literally, when I was writing the books, because we would read aloud a lot as a family, and it's so sad when like the parent has this book that they love, and they really want the kids to get into it, and the kids are yawning and they're fidgety, they're not in. And I even had that with like Lord of the Rings. We were trying to read the Lord of the Rings books, and like, my goodness, the Council of Elrond. No kid should have to sit through the Council of Elrond, right? It's good for college. But I would go through. I was so determined to make my kids ask me what was going to happen next that if I had a chapter that seemed even a little bit long, I would just go into my Word file and cut the chapter in half and make it so that it ended on a question or a cliffhanger. So some of the chapters are 3 pages long, just because I wanted to feel like the kind of story that a mom and dad could read to their kids, and they would want to beg to stay up later. Yeah. So it worked.
Yeah, and that's a good sign when you close the book and say it's time to go to bed, and they say we can't. We need to know what happens next. I mean, that's when you know, okay, they're really into this.
You should do that in your next book. Just cut up all your chapters into like two pages. And people will burn through those things.
The other thing too is that the voices of the characters. I know in the animated series, of course, they will all have voices that we can hear. But they're really easy to hear even in the books. And I'll bet there are a lot of parents who kind of take on the voices when they read. Sometimes I accidentally just find myself doing that. I bet a lot of people do it.
Yeah. That's my first question when I meet a family at a show or something and they say that they'd read them aloud. I go, did mom and dad do good voices? And there's always kind of this exchange, Half the time it's like, well, mom does good voices, dads are lame, So yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Hey, Russell, tell us a little bit about what you're heading into. I know you're, speaking of going into new things, you're about to start a brand new thing with Christianity Today.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah. I'm going in July as public theologian at Christianity Today and as director of a new public theology project. So we'll be working on cultural engagement, the gospel, equipping Christian communities to live out the light of Christ.
Amazing.
That's awesome. We're so thankful for your work, for so many work. So great to have you. Thanks for joining us for a little bit this evening.
Thanks for having me. And I really, really am thankful, just as your friend, for all of the people who are contributing and getting on board with this. And also as a dad who can't wait to watch the full animated series with my kids.
Thank you, man.
Thanks. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man. All right.
That was
I
awesome.
love him so much.
Okay. So we have another thing. We're here as part of our Dragon Day Festival. It's been so much fun. The past couple days we had recipes. We had fun things. But we also did a Mad Lib. So we have a Mad Lib coming up that Andrew is going to. We had some winners. But before we get into this, we've got a couple more of you that have joined in and bought shares in our company. This is an opportunity to help us make Wingfeather Saga animated series. And somebody asked this too recently. When I invest or buy shares, is it just for an episode? Is it just for season 1? No, you're buying into the whole animated series as a whole, and you'll be going with us all the way through. Isn't that amazing? So we have a couple people. Matthew from Pennsylvania, $100. Thank you.
Jonathan from South Carolina, $1,000. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you. Eric from New Jersey, $1,000.
Brian from Alabama invested $500. Thank you.
Jonathan from Arizona, $500.
Peter from Minnesota, $250.
Matthew from Pennsylvania, $100.
Anne Marie from Washington, $100. Thank you.
And Kristen from Washington, $100.
And then Andrew from Minnesota invested $1,000. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for believing in us to make this great series. Every one of these exchanges we're having just is such a boost for us to go do great work.
It's crazy.
And we can't wait to show you what we've got developed, the artists we have coming in. It's just amazing stuff. Okay. So some of you guys submitted some things for our Mad Lib with no idea what we're doing. And so we have some things. Just to be clear, These were rated. We chose 3 that we thought were great, based on originality, use of the Wingfeather style. Did you know you had your own style? Use of Wingfeather style, relatability, and fun. And so in that, we have 3 of them that shall be read aloud now.
Yes. So here's the thing. One of my favorite. I can't wait to be a grandpa. I don't know when that's going to happen. I can't wait. But one of my dreams about being a grandpa is that I will always keep these teeth in my pocket, so that, when the kids aren't looking, I can just slip them right in, and then I can suddenly take on an entirely different persona. So I have these Bubba teeth that I use on a regular basis. And then one day I realized they're not just Bubba teeth. They're also...
What's happening?
British teeth. They work marvelously for reading things with a British accent. So I'm going to read the Mad Libs with a British accent, complete with these marvelous, marvelous teeth. All right, so we're going to start with the first... Sorry.
I don't know how it's going to work.
I'm so glad I didn't try to eat the blueberry gooey balls with these things in, and I just lost my accent. Yeah, what does the guy say? Yeah, I changed my accent. Big deal. All right, so the first one is... The first one is from Rachel Lundy, and congratulations, Rachel Lundy, for winning the first Mad Lib. Here we go. My dear strings and clocks, Wimpy Plimp the dung scooper, toad reader of the greasy isle of green
I think I'm shooting out.
of green cheese, has accepted my invitation to jiggle for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Wimpy Plink the dung scooper. Jumping rock roaches, dear screens, fangs are impenetrable. See, and you just have to slip them out so then the grandkids don't know how you did it.
What in the world? How did you pull that? Okay, Rachel, thank you for filling out. You can see this on screen. You had no idea where that was going, did you?
Okay, so ready
got
for
another one.
The next winner is Izzy Joy.
Here we go.
Congratulations, Izzy Joy. I'm going to read this one with a bit of a Cockney accent, all right, then, eh? My dear prickly snodberries and hairs of a bomb novel, Bertha the dragonologist, a single shoe peer of the Spippy Isle of Emmental, has accepted my invitation to sob for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bertha the dragonologist. Ha! When there are melancholic marigolds, dear screens, fangs are chewy.
Fangs are chewy. Wow, great.
Where did the teeth go?
Wow.
I don't know. Where did the teeth
that guy left the room, and there's somebody else in here now.
So congratulations, you guys.
That was great. Oh, one more. Hold on. We got one more.
Is there another one?
Yeah, last one. We got 3. Don't want to miss this one.
Oh, there it is. There's a third.
Here we go.
One moment.
Oh, boy.
My dear horned hounds, and sorry, I didn't say who it was. Oh. Congratulations, Rachel Minter, submitted by Rachel. Way to go for your winning Mad Library. My dear horned hounds and ridge runners, Droon the bookbinder, Snick Buzzard Filter of the musical Isle of Ricotta, has accepted my invitation to sing for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Droon the bookbinder, son of a strander, dear screens, fangs are smelly.
Wow. Fangs are smelly. Yeah. That is 100% true. Fangs are smelly. That was brilliant.
Thanks.
Gosh. Kids at home are delighted just now. Okay. So
I have to smile normally so that you'll know that my teeth aren't really that bad.
It's not that bad. Hey, so a couple things real quickly. First off, just a reminder, if you want more of this kind of silliness, oh boy, go check out, we have a new Facebook Wingfeather, the official Wingfeather Saga fan group. We started a group on that. We're going to tell you all about the television series as we're working on it. So if you want to join us there, hop out there. We have our third guest about to join us. Her connection is not fantastic, but we're going to have a little conversation with our dear friend, Ellie Holcomb.
Ellie, is she there? Hey,
There
girl.
she is. Hey.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
It's just slow.
She's talking.
There it is.
I'm hearing a little bit of you.
I'm good and I'm glad to be here. I can hear y'all great, but I look like a ghost.
You're good.
You sound great. Hey, Ellie, it's so good to see you. I have to tell you, I told Andrew this a little minute ago, but our family is so enjoying your new songs. My 9-year-old walking around the house singing "I'm a Canyon." It's just the most delightful thing. So
That's wonderful.
So excited about your new record coming.
Awesome. Thanks,
So I
thanks for
first
listening.
I first met Ellie years ago. I don't even know how many years ago it was, but you were working with Ben Shive on a record. I feel like maybe we met briefly before that. But Ben came to me. Ben's the guy that's produced most of my albums, and he was like, "You've got to listen to this record." I think that's how it went. It's kind of hazy because it was a long time ago. But I remember loving your album and your debut record, your first like full length, and not realizing until later, I think, that there was a song on it that was inspired by the Wingfeather Saga. So would you mind telling the story of kind of how that all happened? Without spoilers. If you can.
Yeah.
Without spoilers, yeah. I love the Wingfeather Saga so much. I have my books right here.
Hey!
A couple of them are further away that I can't reach. But I fell in love with this story. I've always loved your music, Andrew, and it was such a joy when I was reading, particularly about Poto Helmer's story. I love who he is. I loved his character, and I resonated so much with sort of the moment when a lot of his past was revealed. And am I allowed to read a quote?
Yeah.
I don't think it will give anything. Okay. I always call Poto Helmer a reformed, not like theologically reformed, but maybe a pirate who's changed his way.
Yes.
And I love him. And so the quote that I love so much that I wrote a slide about is this is after sort of all of his secrets have been revealed, which we don't know exactly what those are. But it says, he moved through the days in peace and wonder, for his whole story had been told for the first time, and he found that he was still loved. I love
just made
that
me cry.
quote. That I cried when I read it the first time, and I'm so grateful for this story and for the way I think so many of us can see parts of ourselves in the characters. And I think stories help us make sense of the world around us and of the world within us. And I'm grateful for the way that the Wingfeather Saga has done that for me. And it's also just really fun. But one of my treasures that is on my desk, you gave to me. I got to be on tour with Behold the Lamb of God all those years ago. But this sits on my desk, so I look at this almost every day when I look at it. But it is a, can you see it? Of Poto Helmer with his face to the. I love it so much. And so just
Okay, hold it
so-
up and hold it steady for a second.
Okay.
Because it's kind of glitching a little bit.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. That's so awesome. So Joe Sutphin, my dear friend, who illustrated the new editions of the books, it meant so much to me that song had meant so much to you, or that passage had meant so much to you. I called Joe and commissioned him to capture that moment in Poto's story, and gave that to Ellie as a gift. And so thank you so much for your friendship, and that's so encouraging, man. It's amazing.
Well, I'm so excited about what y'all are up to, and not just what y'all are up to, it's what we are up to.
That's right.
It's really fun that we all get to be a part of a community that tells this beautiful story that we've all fallen in love with. So thank you for inviting us into it.
Thank you so much. And you guys at home, be sure and go listen to Ellie's music. The song is called Marvelous Light. That's the one that she wrote that was inspired by Poto's story. But she has so much great music out, and her music has filled our home for many, many, many hours. And so y'all check out Ellie's stuff.
Yeah, thank you, Ellie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that story with us.
Thanks for having me.
Love it so much.
Absolutely.
Have a good night. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
I had a friend who was at a company, and she came to sing for them and set that story up, and my friend didn't know the story, and everybody was like, whoa,
That's
and I think that's all of us who love this. I'm just a dad who's a fan of the series who just happens to know how to make animated stuff. So I get to do this with Andrew, but we've all loved reading the story because it is this crazy mix of it's whimsical, it's epic, it's awesome, and then it's deeply meaningful and poetic. And I'm so thankful that you gave that to us. All right, let's go back for another trivia question, shall we?
Yes.
And we have, and don't leave yet because we have a big surprise here at the end that we just cannot wait to share with you. So families, if you're up with your little ones, stay with us. This is going to be awesome. Okay, but we got another trivia question. Question number 4. Ooh, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
What is the middle name of the explorer who famously claimed association with docile flabbits?
The answer is Chunch. I remember when we were doing the read along, I got to that footnote. Jonathan Chunch Brownman, I think was his name, and when I couldn't say Chunch without laughing. It's a good one.
That's a great name.
So who won?
All right, John, spin that wheel. Let's see who got this one right. Chunch. Who giggled probably while writing it. All right, it is number 5. All right, who is this on our list? Let's see. It is Hawking's Guild of Adventurers. Hawking's Guild of Adventurers. Congratulations.
Guild of Adventurers.
You're going to win one of these cool prize things, and we'll DM you later with the info on it. But y'all, thanks so much for jumping in on all those Dragon Day trivia things. That was super fun. And for trying it out. I'm sure some of you guys did. These delicious, these ones are the good ones, right?
Yeah, those are the. Are there any of the other ones left?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to eat all of them.
But if you try those out, be sure to follow us on Instagram because we're able to share some stuff like that, and you don't want to miss that stuff. All right, we have just so many great thank yous to offer. We've got a few more of you that have jumped in, and it's just been amazing. You guys are just doing amazing work.
Okay, that's all right.
Wow, there's a lot.
I'm going to save these till after we sign off, and then I'm just going to put my face.
Let me run through. We've got some amazing. Y'all have, again, we've got shares in the Wingfeather Saga animated series that we are offering here, so you can buy shares in our company and share the joy with us of making this. As you heard from Ellie and Russell, this is what we're getting to do, which again is like the coolest thing, that Angel Studios has got a mechanism for us to do this. Tonight, we were hoping to kind of be able to talk to you guys and celebrate Dragon Day Festival, and we're so close to the ending here, and we're going to sell out of shares really quickly. But we've got a few more here. Lori from Minnesota, 150.
Rachel from North Carolina, 250.
Paul from Massachusetts, 350.
Caesar from Florida, $100.
Samantha from Michigan, $100.
Peggy from Minnesota, $100.
Matthew from Ohio, $2,000. Thank you so much.
Claire from Tennessee, $350.
Hello, Tennessee. Lisa from Illinois, $100.
Diane from Wisconsin, $100. Thank you.
Cheyenne from Alabama, $200.
Kimberly from Maryland, $350.
Zach from Arkansas, $150.
Richard from Minnesota, $100. There's a lot of Minnesotans on.
I know, that's so much fun. Samuel from New Jersey, $350.
Emily from Texas, $100.
Isabel from Texas, $150.
Good grief, it's still going. Lauren from Georgia, $100.
Amanda from Ohio, $100.
Christy from Missouri, $100. Thank you.
Anna from Tennessee, $100.
Nellie from Connecticut, $100.
Cooper from Texas, $250.
Jesse from Kansas invested $1,000. Thank you, Jesse.
Julie from California, $100.
Bethany from Tennessee, $250. Thank you.
Robin from Indiana, $100. This has been amazing. You guys, we at the front of this evening, we were just like, hey, it'd be great to get another push. To get to celebrate Dragon Day with you, but also get people to if you've thought about investing, to kind of jump in and help us make the series. We've funded 4 of the episodes, and we're funding for episode 5, and then, of course, the season finale with episode 6, which will take us mostly through It will take us through the book 1 of the Wingfeather Saga, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. So thank you for helping us make that possible. So far this evening, I think you guys have jumped in here and helped us kind of give a nice push on this Thursday before Memorial Day weekend. And we've a little over $45,000 in investments this evening. Thank you.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
job, everybody. Okay.
All right.
Wingfeather Saga.
Yes.
Much like Lord of the Rings, music is important. Why did music figure into kind of the storytelling for you? I mean, obviously your own career, but why in the story?
I don't know. I just part of the reason that I love to play music is because God has given music a certain kind of power, and He moves through it, and that's part of the reason that it's shaped my whole life. There were from the time I was a kid, I had a pretty intimate relationship with songs, and certain songs would do something in me, move me on the inside, and that kind of led me down the road of becoming a singer-songwriter, and now still, the thing I like so much more than songwriting is doing concerts and singing for people, because in that moment you get to participate in the movement that's happening in people's hearts and in my heart, and music kind of creates this avenue for connecting people. So I have always kind of not always, but like long felt that fascinated and grateful that God made the world that way, that music had this kind of unexplainable power over us. And so it was not a huge leap. I knew from the beginning that I liked the idea that there wouldn't be magic like in a lot of fantasy novels. I wanted there to be just the same kind of magic that actually exists in our world, magic, quote unquote, which is that beauty has power, that God has kind of moves in certain ways that are mysterious that we can't control, but it happens and we get to be a part of it. And so and early on I loved the idea that Lily would be this vessel of beauty, kind of beauty would kind of pour out of her, and that would become a weapon to fight the darkness, because guess what, it is. And so that led me to there being lots of songs in the Wingfeather Saga. Some of them are goofy, some of them are kind of mysterious, some of them are just they were written on the fly to just kind of fill a space. So I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but in book 3 of the Wingfeather Saga, there's a big moment toward the end of the book where Lily sings a song over a cloven, which is this kind of like twisted monster, and she sings this song. And I remember I was sitting in the coffee shop just down the road from here, working on that scene, and I just kind of made up a title. My Love Has Gone Across the Sea, because I love Kate Rusby. She's this British singer-songwriter, kind of plays traditional British music, and she's wonderful. And her songs are a lot of them are unearthed from old poems, old folk songs. And a lot of those folk songs, they're murder ballads, or they're poems about a sailor who goes off, and about his bride who's waiting on the shore for his return. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm trying to think of a title that would sound like one of those. So My Love Has Gone Across the Sea. And then I was sitting there thinking, I should probably actually write some verses to the song. So I just sat there and just kind of banged out some verses. Didn't think a whole lot about it, but wanted there to be a story arc. And this, instead of the bride waiting for her husband to come home, in my song, I thought it would be cool if when her husband didn't come home, she went to find him and to bring him back home, or to track him down, whatever. And so that was kind of the arc of the story. And then without really meaning to, I realized as I was editing the books months later, that song encapsulated the theme of that whole book. Like somehow subconsciously, I don't know if it's the spirit, whatever it was, that song ended up kind of like summing up so much of what the Wingfeather Saga is about. And so I put it to music, and we have a very special guest here today to sing it for you.
Yeah.
So,
hi everyone, my name is Sky Peterson. I'm going to be playing My Love Has Gone Across the Sea for you guys, and it's been a really long time since I've actually played this, so forgive me if the chords are a little rusty, but here it goes. My love has gone across the sea to find a country far and fair. He sailed into set out to find him there. Come home, I sing to thee, my love, come home and rest thy head. I'll watch for you the winter long and sing for you a summer song. And if you can, return to me, or I will sail to you instead. Through towering wave and shriek of gale, I'll aim my vessel ever west and steer it by the cord that bound my heart to yours until you're found. And should you find my body pale and wrecked upon the roamy shale, rejoice, my love, and call me blessed in death, my love. I loved you best. Rejoice, my love, and call me blessed in death, my love. I loved you best in death, my love. I loved you best. Thank you.
Man, I didn't know I was going to be crying this whole thing. So that's my sweet girl Sky Peterson, who connected to us from England, where she is right now in Bible school, and she is the original Lily. A lot of you guys may know this, but the three kids in the Wingfeather Saga story, the three siblings, Janner, Kalmar, and Lily, are loosely based on our three kids, Aiden, Asher, and Sky. And the crazy thing is, I started the story when our kids were really little, and somehow or another, they ended up growing into some of the aspects of the characters in the book. So I had no idea that Sky would end up being this real life song maiden, but she is just wonderful. So this is a shot of, I love this. This is on YouTube at the release party for The Warden and the Wolf King at Parnassus Books here in Nashville. It's a great bookstore. And we had this release party, and she was so young. I wrote the song for her to sing it, and my goodness, look at her. Look at me. I look like I'm 25 years younger. Anyway, she is just a great gift. And Aiden has been involved in like the art. The Creaturepedia is coming out later this year. He like redrew all of the creatures that he drew when he was 16, because now he's like this grown man illustrator. Right. And then Asher helped name a ton of the characters and places in the story, so our kids are like really involved in the whole thing. So anyway, that was wonderful. I'm so glad I got to see her.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Sky. That was awesome. I'm so glad it worked out. We did for the short film, if you don't know this, we actually have a soundtrack from the short film that's out there on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff, so you can listen to a version of that and another song that Sky actually sang with us on the short. And she just did a phenomenal job. It's fun. That rendition just there was so lovely, because you had another version. So you can watch the little girl version, you can watch the one in the short film, and now this new.
Yep, she's a grown woman.
How about it? That's awesome. Well, we are about to wrap this thing up. You guys have done amazing stuff. We have a few more people we want to just say thank you to for having jumped in with us. Nicole from Virginia, $100. Are you eating? Benjamin from Colorado, $100. David from Texas, $100. David from Michigan, $1,000. Thank you so much. Evan from Texas, $100. Shannon from Louisiana, $350. Steve from Massachusetts, $500. Janet from Pennsylvania, $100. Jamie from New England, $100. Nebraska, not New England. And Sean from Oklahoma, $350.
Thank you guys so much.
That's amazing. So listen, what do we want to do here? We are making a Wingfeather Saga animated series because of you. Like, we're making it. That's happening. We've got 4 episodes funded. We definitely want to get episodes 5 and 6 funded, and we're so thankful for you guys. If you've already invested or jumped in with us, thank you. Tell some friends. We're doing our best. We're spending quite a bit of money, actually, on marketing. And so every day that goes by, we're spending more money to help tell our story.
Just share that video, man.
Share the video, tell your friends about it, and you can just cut right through and say, no, they're not asking for donations. It's not a Kickstarter. You're actually buying shares in a company. So if you believe this story is actually something that other people want, and that when the series comes out that people will really want to see it, you can be a part of that journey with us. And so if you go to angel.com/wingfeather, you'll see all the information on how that happens. If you are a social media person, I know that some people aren't, hop on Facebook and Instagram and find Wingfeather Saga. But we've also started a new Facebook fan group, and this is where we're going to talk about a lot of the detailed stuff around the television series. So it's the official Wingfeather Saga fan group. Go find that and check it out. Hey, if you do not do social media, if you're just watching on YouTube, whatever, and you're like, I want to stay off that, totally understand. You can still keep in touch with us. Go to wingfeathersaga.com, wingfeathersaga.com, our main website, and you'll see on there, if you click on the TV series, a little place where you can give us your email. For a lot of people, email is a lot better for you, and so just hop on there, wingfeathersaga.com, click on the TV series page, and you'll see where you can give us your email. We will not spam you, but we'll give you information on what we're doing around the series and stuff we're into. So we'd love to have you join us there.
We might email you the recipe for how to make these.
We might.
I'm eating my 3rd one right now.
Yeah. This has been amazing. Thank you all so much for jumping in, and tonight's been so great. All your support and all your notes and questions, and thank you for all our great team for helping us to do these. We are going to go and have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend and see what kind of progress we get, and sometime maybe next week we can wrap this up and be funded and go make all 6 episodes. So tell your friends, tell your family, and
thank you so much for being a part of this story. I still can't believe it. I'm very, very thankful for all of you.
Thank you for joining tonight. Hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we will see you next week. Good night.